Just say by the time I got to the hospital, I was ready to deliver the baby. Like, she was not waiting around. Say cheese, everybody give a picture. Hey everyone, it's Brittany Chanel. Thank you for tuning in with me today. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you can get all of my up and coming videos. Make sure to leave comments throughout the video of anything that you feel relates to you. This video is going to be a little bit more personal. It's about my experience with getting an epidural during a pregnancy versus my natural birth experience. So as you know, I am pregnant right now. I am just entering my third trimester. Yippee! It's been a rough pregnancy so far. It really has. I went through a mini depression at the beginning that lasted a couple of months actually, and sought therapy just because I've had to deal with certain complications that maybe I wasn't mentally prepared for. That kind of allowed me to kind of feel disabled a little bit. So that was an adjustment. But so this is my fifth child. Yes, fifth child. So my first three, my oldest Jada, and then Jalea and Jax, I got an epidural with all three of them. Which if you've gotten an epidural before, you know that they give you anesthesia in your spine and you have to be really still. They have to put a catheter in you so that you don't, use it on yourself because you literally cannot feel anything down there. It's like numb. And some people have experiences where it doesn't take well, but for me, it takes very well to the point where after each baby that I had, like I remember having to sit for like at least an hour for the anesthesia to wear off because I try to take as much pain and much dilation as I possibly can and wait for the last minute for me to get the epidural. Because all three of those births were fairly long, so I was 11 hours or so nothing was really rushed. And so the epidural, it was easy for them to do. But the pain in the back afterwards kind of still bothers me to this day. So that's a side effect that I didn't necessarily care for, is the pain that you get in the back. It makes your recovery a little bit different. Now, my natural birth experience was unexpected. I didn't plan to have a natural birth. I literally woke up at 1 a.m. in the morning with the worst contractions ever. And I remember going to the bathroom. I had to wake my husband up. And after that, like everything just started skyrocketing. I remember him putting pillows under my butt and under my back. Just for us to drive, which we had about a 20-minute drive to the hospital in the rain. And I remember just telling him, like, just get there as fast as you can. I didn't really want him to panic of how much pain I was actually in. But let's just say by the time I got to the hospital, I was ready to deliver the baby. Like, she was not waiting around. And so I got there, I had to go through the ER. I don't think I even really understood the pain I was in except for the moans I made, the wheelchair ride up to labor and delivery. I'm sure people in their bedrooms thought I was like the exorcist in the hallway. Seriously, that's the kind of noises I was making. It was just like, oh, agony, pain, help me, somebody. I literally that's all I could do because the pain was that bad. So by the time I got up there, I'm like ready to go. And the doctor's not there. The doctor was about to go in and do a C-section for someone else, had to pause that to come back over from the surgical side to come back to deliver my baby. So they're telling me, don't push. I'm like, I want to push. They're like, don't push. I'm like, I want to push. I'm like, Jesus, 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 Jesus. That's all I could say at the time, because literally I started hyperventilating. I'm like, this is about to happen. They barely had enough time to put the IV in my arm. And I'm like, this is about to happen. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I literally freaked out. But when the doctor finally came and I pushed the baby out, that was the most relieving feeling I probably have ever felt in my life, of just feeling the pain go away. I took the best shower of my life after that. Now, all that being said, I still would rather a natural birth. And me being pregnant now, that's been like a question in my mind, like, epidural versus natural birth, which one? And I really feel like I'm leaning towards natural birth. Although you don't feel it with the epidural, the fact that I could feel it made the pushing part easier, because when you take an epidural, it's like hard to know what to feel. Like, you feel pressure, but you don't really feel how much you really need to push. Where versus a natural birth, you feel everything that you need to push. Like you're ready to just get it over with. And that's how I felt with the natural birth. But also I felt like for my body, it was better, because I didn't have to go through getting a catheter put in. I didn't have to get that anesthesia where they make you be really still in my back, to where I had back pain afterwards. Like, literally all I had to worry about is the typical, after birth pains, and I breastfed. So, that helped the uterus to go back down faster. So all in all, I am all about natural births now. For the first 3 kids, I was all about the epidural. I was all about getting all of the drugs that I could possibly get. But I can honestly say, at the end of it all, I am ready for baby number 5 to be a natural birth. Now, I would love to know what your thoughts and comments are, your experiences. If you've had a crazy experience, I definitely want to hear that, because it definitely would help me. I would love to know if you're like, I'm getting the epidural, I don't care what you say about natural birth, or if you're like, I'm all about natural birth, and that's been the experiences I've had. I want to hear it in the comments section. And like I said, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and ring the bell so that you can get all of my up and coming videos. But let's just say I'm ready for baby number 5, natural birth. Be looking out for that video.